Hey, what's going on guys, it's Dr. Apolly, and let's just get into the video. We're all in quarantine and we have to play Smash online. I wanted to make a video about this a couple weeks ago, but I didn't feel like there was really enough content to spread a whole video. But now after EVO's done their thing, I feel like there's more than enough content to talk about now. Now again, everyone's playing online, so this is like a major shift for everyone. But today I want to focus on the Smash community, and more specifically Smash Ultimate. Now as you guys all know, Smash Ultimate has very bad Wi-Fi. It's actually quite embarrassing, like so much so that the trend Fix Ultimate was trending online for a while. Obviously Nintendo didn't do anything, but this just goes to show how widespread and how pathetic Nintendo's online for Smash Ultimate really is. I'm not educated enough to really explain what is wrong with the online, but I can tell you, and you guys all know actually, that it is extremely bad. Even under perfect ideal conditions, there's still around, I think, 7 frames of lag. That's a lot, especially in a high octane, very reaction heavy game like Smash Ultimate. I started playing Project Plus about a month ago, as you guys all know, and anytime I play that game, and if I have to move the lag past 5 or 6 frames, I usually just don't even bother. It's honestly crazy how a fan-made emulator has better service than a multi-billion-dollar company. I don't know if that's a compliment to the fans who made this, or an insult to Nintendo, probably a little bit of both. But man, it is just sad. Nintendo really needs to pick it up. The same could be said for Melee. It's a 20-year-old game running on a fan-made emulator, and it runs better than even their newest game. Even after 3 sequels, Nintendo, you had 3 chances. A fan-made emulator works better than anything official. With online being so bad, it's led people to start complaining about Sonic Online. The complaints are generally about how strong and annoying Sonic is to play against online. I'll talk about the latter first. Sonic offline is already fairly strong and extremely annoying, and playing against him online just exacerbates that. Some Sonic players now, most famously You're Too Slow on Twitter, have gotten a lot of heat for playing lame. I'm sure everyone has seen this video, but essentially he's talking about purposely playing campy and timing out people, even when you're losing, just to break them down mentally. And well, look, I mean, play to win, sure, but don't come complaining when nobody wants to play against you, or that you're killing the game or whatever. This is actually part of why people get mad at Hungrybox. Now, to be fair, it isn't as jarring as switching from watching a 15 APM Fox Falco Ditto to a more slow, methodical Yoshi Puff match, but still. From the opinion of someone who actually plays Sonic, I think this is extremely toxic. Now, to give you some background, I personally have no ambition to being the best Smash player anymore. Once you get older, I feel like you start to realize just how unreasonable it is. When Zero was the best Smash 4 player, he was making as much as like a Shoppers Drug Mart worker. I honestly feel if you have this insatiable appetite for competition, there's many other games that can fulfill that better than Smash, and if you want to make money off Smash, then it's best to be a content creator or a streamer. Maybe I guess if you really love Smash, then I can see why you would play to win like this. But for everyone else who isn't living for Smash, I really don't think it's reasonable at all. I'm really not saying that you have to play mega aggro all the time. I just think that this extent is completely unnecessary. I think it's perfectly fine to play patient, but purposely timing out? No, I don't think it's reasonable, especially when you're losing, to just purposely time out. Maybe if the timer is already kind of low, then sure, but if your game plan from the start of the match is to just time people out, I don't know. That's just, I don't think you should ever do that personally. When I play Sonic, sometimes I do slow things down, but I would never just purposefully wait there. That's just not fun for anyone. It's not fun for you, and it's not fun for your opponent. Now that's just my view on it anyways. People like Mewtwo King have suggested that we raise the timer to 10 minutes, and I think that could be good, because ironically, raising the timer actually disincentivizes timeouts because they're harder to get. I kind of noticed this when I started playing the game, that Smash Ultimate is really weird. Some matchups, they'll be 2-3 minute matches, but other matchups, they'll be 5-6 minute matches. I do think that teasing with the idea of raising the timer, especially for online, is a valid option. Now, there's this idea that Sonic gets massively buffed online, and this may come to surprise you, but I think this is blown way out of proportion. I do think Sonic is better online, but I don't think he suddenly goes up 6 tiers. I think the Sonic mains that are doing better online are just more used to that environment. Obviously, Sonic's wouldn't beat MKLeo offline, but I don't think that the matchup just completely changes offline, at least in my opinion. I watched Gimmer's video on his burst speed and stuff, and to be quite honest, that really applies to like every character. I do think that Sonic stands to gain more out of this than the average character, but this can really just be applied to any character. Who's to say that characters with fast projectiles don't gain as much as Sonic? I actually remember this, it was from Smash 4. I remember playing Smash 4 against this one Corrin player in my region. The Wi-Fi was as good as it could be. I was playing him for like 2 hours the night before a tournament. We went even for the most part. I think I won like maybe 4 or 5 more games, but we were playing for like 2 hours, so it was pretty inconsequential. We were basically even. And then I played this guy offline a day later at the tournament, and I don't even think he took a stock off me. He was a Corrin player, and Corrin's side B and stuff offline or online is even more ridiculous and annoying than I think anything Sonic has. But this is to say that a lot of characters have a lot of burst options, and I don't think it's just Sonic that stands to gain from this. Sonic is surely buffed, I don't want to pretend like he isn't, but I don't think that it's nearly as much as a lot of people are making it out to be. But then again, I'm a fellow Sonic player, so my experience is probably more biased. Finally, EVO dropped Smash completely from the lineup. And good for them, honestly. As I explained earlier, Ultimate is an extremely bad game online, even under ideal conditions. I'm talking about playing against your brother in the other room 5 meters away, and both wired internet. You'll still have 7 frames of lag. Now obviously, in that circumstance, you would just hook up your 2 controllers and play on the same Switch, but this was just to demonstrate a point. Imagine how bad the connection would be if someone from the UK was playing someone from California. Other fighting games don't have this as bad, so they can actually experience close to what is felt online. Now, if it were up to me, I probably would have cancelled EVO altogether. The experience and the atmosphere just wouldn't be the same, but I understand that it is a business and something really important to the FGC as a whole, so I'm not against them keeping it around, obviously, and having it online. And this is because they still do care about the competitive integrity, not just making money. This is exactly why Smash Ultimate was removed. Ultimate is arguably probably going to be the most popular game there. They never said this outright, and I kind of wish they did, but the competitive integrity and results will be heavily skewed from online compared to real life, so it's a good thing that they axed it. Frankly, I really hope they actually publicize why Ultimate wasn't at EVO, just so we can all collectively harass Nintendo and raise our chance from something changing from 1% to 1.1%. Before we wrap things up, I saw this funny tweet from Larry Lur. I'm not sure if he was serious or just wasn't really thinking, but I found the implications of this tweet extremely funny. On the EVO Games reveal, he says, "Honestly, they should put Melee back in the roster since it has amazing net play." Now, if you kind of just think about it on the surface level, it makes sense, but it's really funny when you actually think about it. The idea that Nintendo, of all companies, would allow people to play on their 20-year-old game for the entire world to see, all through an emulator, is just hilarious to me. Do you have any idea how bad this looks? First of all, Nintendo hates emulators, so the fact that this even happened at a less major tournament like Pound is already kinda funny to me. Second, this implies that Nintendo hasn't made a better game in 20 years after 3 sequels, which I guess is an actual argument that people argue for, but it still looks really bad if your old game is being showcased on the biggest stage and not your newest game. But last of all, and most importantly, this is saying that a couple of fans making an emulator has a better online experience for free than this multi-billion-dollar company makes you pay like $25 a year for. That's hilarious. And this is like the biggest, like the super official tournament. I already found it kind of funny how Melee was in one EVO when Smash 4 was out and Smash 4 wasn't at that EVO. but my god, this is just another level. Maybe I'm the only person, but I find this hysterical. Nintendo would 100% shut this thing down. The moment it was even brought up in the EVO backstage, the Nintendo ninjas would have came. Okay, I think that's it for the video. I think you guys get the point. So yeah, there's the video. That's just a quick little synopsis of the state of Smash Ultimate online right now. And yeah, that'll be it for the video. Alright, peace.